I'm mostly doing this to record a note to myself, which is this idea of what do you build after you build a RAG application? And again, I'm going to borrow the analogies from recommendation systems. If you think about it, day one, your recommendation system is just Netflix. You send movies to people. And as you send movies to people, you want your recommendations to get better. And this is because you use some kind of matrix factorization, you use some collaborative filtering techniques so that every time someone watches a movie, your recommendation gets better. Your understanding of the user gets better and your understanding of the movie gets better. That's number one. That is basically fine-tuning your embedding model. Imagine you were Netflix and you didn't train a model to improve your recommendations. You would just be a terrible business. Great. That's step number one. But then what you realize is that the recommendations you can service, the questions you can service are a function of your inventory. If you have no movies, you're not going to make any recommendations the same way if you have no content. You can't do the RAG. And so number two is they have to go and get a bunch of deals with movies, with studios, but it's still limited. I think a lot of people are in this stage right now where they are just trying to get the data in. They're doing a lot of data extraction, ingestion, all that good stuff. Then you realize that additional metadata is super important. In order for me to get a user to click the movie, I might want to know what their favorite actor is, because then I can change the thumbnail and make sure they click. And now we're building out more technology around using the metadata that surrounds the movie, right? The same way we might want to use metadata to surround the content. We want to start asking questions like, what are the latest movies? What are the latest Oscar-nominated documentary movies about deserts? Like, those are things that like Netflix can do because they have the content to do that now, because they've sourced that deal and they have the topic clustering models, they have the labeling models, all that good stuff. And you can do the same thing with RAG. And then what's the end goal, right? The end goal is that you get to a place where there's just not enough movies, right? Netflix at this point in their life, they have every deal. And so what that means is there's still search queries you can't service, right? There's still content you can't service. And you might realize one day that the top search queries are like Adam Sandler basketball movie. And you're like, shit, there is no Adam Sandler basketball movie, but the people want the Adam Sandler basketball movie. So now let me go out and find the content. And if I can't find the content, make the fucking content. And I think in the future, RAG applications will basically do the same thing.